Okay, welcome to another day at the bar with core moves. Today is going to be a little bit different at the bar. We're going to do isometric work. So we are going to hold it, we're going to pulse it, and it's going to be for quite a long time. And we're going to use our flex ball and our balance point, and then we're going to finish off with some abs on the floor. So if you want to come standing on your mat to start with, let's get our feet hip distance and in parallel. And we're just going to lift those toes up, contract through the quads without snapping the knees back. Connect the belly and roll the shoulders down and back. Keep those toes lifted. We're going to try and find that energy in the feet. Keep lifting the toes, pulling up through the anterior tibialis, so the front of the shin, contracting those quads, and hold the legs as tight and as tense as you possibly can. Then squeeze the glutes. And you want to obviously, because we're not tucking under, we're not going to get a massive glute contraction, but we want to start to connect those glutes. Then feel like you're really pulling your rib cage down towards your hips and your shoulders down towards the floor. And then reach those fingertips strong and wide. So you want to spread your fingers and reach them towards the floor and hold all that tension in your body. And then relax and release everything. And you should feel like you just put a lot of warmth in your feet, a lot of warmth in the legs. Okay, now from here we're going to come into a gentle little plie. So we're just going to bend the knees slowly forward and just check that they're tracking over your toes, and if they're not, open your feet up a little bit wider and just slide your hips down that imaginary wall behind you, and then push strong into the feet, pulling the arches away from the floor as you lengthen all the way up. And again, bend those knees, reaching the knees forward, the hips back, and then push into the floor strong through those heels, through the back line of the body to lengthen back up. And 2 more times like that, sliding it down. Finding the connection through the whole body, pushing through your powerhouse, through the back of the body to come standing. And then the last one, sliding it down. Belly in, push into the feet, lengthen all the way up. We're going to lift the hands up overhead, pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then hinge the body forward till you're flat with the floor. And then open your arms out to a T. And we're just going to hold the body here and find that connection between the back and the belly. So our back muscles, our erector spinae, are supporting the abdominal muscles to keep our body in this lifted position. And those rhomboids between our scapula are holding those shoulders into a slight retraction. And our deltoids are working to hold those hands up and level with the floor. And then our hamstrings are getting lengthened, but they're also working to keep that soft bend in the knees and keep the body tilted forward. And we're just holding everything in here, pulling that lower belly in towards the pelvis, lifting the pubic bone. And then we're going to lengthen back up. Use your bum to pull the body all the way up, and the hands come down towards the hips. Let's just do a few arm circles here. Reach the arms up, turn the palms forward, spread the hands out wide, bend the knees. Reach it up, arms go out wide, and bend the knees. 2 more like this. Reach, find that connection with the belly, bend the knees, reach and lift, and bend the knees. And we're going to stay here in this plie and reach those hands overhead. And we're going to start to pulse, little pulses. So you're keeping that chest lifted, the bum is sliding up and down that imaginary wall behind you. Keeping that belly pulled in and keep breathing, keeping those shoulders away from the ears, and creating that warmth and tingle in the thighs. Keep pulsing it out. Spreading those sit bones wide, maybe coming a little bit deeper with every pulse. Maybe starting to feel that shake and that burn in those thighs. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push into those heels, straighten the legs, find the glutes, arms come out wide to the side. Open the hands back out to a T and hinge the body forward and hold it there. Keep that belly connected. And this time we're going to twist to the right side. So reach your left fingertip towards the floor, your right fingertip towards the ceiling, and then back into your T and hold. Breathe and connect that belly. Reach those fingertips nice and wide away from each other, and then twist the right hand towards the floor, the left hand towards the ceiling. And then back to your T. And hold. Keep breathing. You might be starting to feel that little bit of a shake in the shoulders. Mine are shaking, especially in the back of those deltoids. And then using your back, using your bum, push yourself away from the floor, come back up, and hands into your sides. Let's do that plie with arm circles again. Reach the arms up, palms face forward, bend the knees as you bring it in. Reach it up, push into the floor. Arms go wide, bend the knees. Push into the floor. Keep that collarbone really nice and wide, smiling towards the front of the room. Last one like this. Out wide, bend it in. This time let's hold with our arms straight in front of us. In this squat or plie. And hold. And here we go, we're going to start to pulse again. Drop it down. 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 more. 4, 3, 2, 8 more. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the floor, lengthen those legs up, reach the hands overhead. Arms come out wide to the side. Just wiggle the legs for a minute. Bring the circulation back into them. And then open those hands out to our T again. And hinge the body forward. Palms are parallel to the floor. We're reaching the shoulders nice and wide. Stretching through those hamstrings, pulling the belly in. And we're going to do arm circles forward. Little arm circles. And just keep breathing. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those arms, rise the body up, using the bum, using the back, and hands come down. Let's go into the plie, and this time we're going to butterfly the arms out to the side as we plie. So we're going to bend the knees, push into the floor. Bend the knees, push into the floor. Bend, and push like you're swimming through water. Last one. Push into the floor. Now let's come down. Turn the palms to face each other. And let's pulse. Keep that belly connected. Don't tuck the pelvis under, but don't arch it either. You want to have that nice long spine. Keep those knees going directly over the toes. 2, 1, last 8. And push in the floor, lengthen up. Arms go out wide to the side. Open the arms back to the T, hinge the body forward. Find that length in the hamstring, connection to the belly. Let's do our arm circles backwards. Little baby circles, keeping the belly connected so you don't flop around. Lengthen the spine, shoulders are away from the ears. Pelvic floor is lifted. And still the arms. Use the bum and the back to rise back up. Arms down into the sides. Good job. We're going to grab that squish ball now. And we're going to place the squish ball between those thighs. Okay, just above the knee. And make sure you're squeezing with the thighs, not with the knees. Come to your balance point and peel those heels away from the floor into your tall Barbie feet. So we want to make sure we're not sickling. You'll notice because the ball will squish forward. We're using the thighs to squish into that ball. And we're holding those heels up. And let's squeeze that ball nice and hard. Find the connection with the pelvic floor and we're going to hold it. Holding. Try and push the big toe and the pinky toe equally into the floor and keep squeezing that ball. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle release on the ball, but keep that tension. And we're going to begin to lower the body down, keeping those heels up. Squeeze into the ball. You might start to get a little bit of a shake here now. Just readjust your knees to make sure they're over those toes. Keep the heels lifted. Have your balance point there for your control. And come down low and let's pulse. 8. 8 more. 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rise up and lower those heels and hinge the body forward. This time, just hold on to your balance point and just rock your hips to the right and to the left. You'll need to bend one knee and then the other. You might need to take your ball away and just relax through the back. And then flex the belly in and then lengthen it away like our cat-cow, but in this hinged position. And lengthen away and try and do it with your breath, exhaling to tuck in. Inhaling to release, exhaling to tuck. Inhale to release. Last 2, tuck, keep squeezing in that ball. Release, last 1. And release and lengthen up. Good job. From here, we're going to turn into first position. So you're going to put that ball up even higher and squeeze those heels together and lift them up just an inch and squeeze into that ball. Now let's find that length in the body and the balance and focus. So try and reach both arms overhead, squeeze into those heels, squeeze the ball and hold it there. Shoulders away from the ears. And breathe, keep squeezing those heels, squeeze the ball. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the pelvic floor. And then release the hands. Bring them out in front of you. And let's go down. Hold it here. And pulse. So you have to keep the connection in the pelvic floor and the glutes in order to hold that ball between those upper thighs. Keep squeezing in those heels and squeezing your glutes together as you do these little baby pulses. Keep that belly pulled in. Shoulders are nice and wide. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen up. Arms out to the side. Turn the palms forward. Let's pulse it up. 2. 8. Squeeze those heels. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the hands. Release the heels, squeeze into that ball a little bit more, and then hinge the body forward. So keep that ball between the thighs, hinging forward, and let's scoop those abdominals again. Scoop it in, lengthen away. Scoop it in, lengthen away. You'll find that really strong glute connection as you come into that angry cat. Lengthen away, and then inner thighs working really hard as you come forward. Glutes, inner thighs. Squeezing that ball, glutes, inner thighs. Now hold it here, squeeze the ball, release. Little pulses. Eight more. 8 more. And lengthen up. Take that ball away. Good job. Okay, we're going to grab that ball now and open your feet out to a nice wide second position and bring those knees out. over the toes. Let's hold the ball out in front of our chest, and you're going to push into it. And we're going to hold that tension on the ball. This is all about our isometric today, so we're not moving quickly, but trust me, you're going to feel it tomorrow. So grab that ball, pushing gently into the sides, come nice and deep, and hold. Last 8. Keep dragging those knees out to the side and push into the floor. Lift the ball overhead. Now we're going to come up and down nice and slow. Down. Push into the floor. Down. And push. Slowly down. Last 2. Last 1. Now come down and let's pulse it. 8. Pulse the ball and the knees. 8. And 8. Last 8. Lift it up. And release. Walk those feet in just a little bit so that you can bring your weight onto your left foot. And you're going to put your right foot onto the ball. So come into lateral rotation. Check that your left knee is going to go over the toe. Straighten your right leg out. And then bend it in. Okay, you want to have the ball under the arch of the foot, and you're going to come down, hold your arms or on your balance point, and you're going to push into that ball, and let's pulse. 8. Keep the chest lifted. 8. Keep pushing into the ball. 8. Last 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and straighten those legs. Wow. We're going to put the ball over to the left side now. So get your right leg in that lateral rotation. Bring the ball under the left foot. Get it in that lateral rotation. So check that the heels are both in. The toes are out. Bend that right knee so you can see it's going over the toe. Roll the ball out a little bit wider if you need to, if you can. Mine is like statically clinged to the floor. And push into the arch of your foot into the ball. And let's go down. Push into that ball. And let's pulse. A lot harder on this side. 8. And 8. 8. Oh, last 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push away, wowzers. Okay, good job. Okay, we're gonna come now into our crescent lunge, so you can just have the ball with your hands, in your hands. Step your right foot back, and let's just push that heel down for a minute, and then lift it back up, and push it down, just waking up the calf muscle a little bit, and lift it up, and push it down. Then we're gonna lift it up, and lift our left heel, and let's go down. We're gonna hold it here. 8. Let's pulse. 8. 16. 24. 32. 33. straighten those legs and push the body forward, keeping the legs as straight as possible. And then just let your ball relax somewhere where it doesn't roll away too much. And open those arms out to a T, little baby circles forward. And backwards. Good job. Let's bend that front knee. We're going to bring the ball behind the right knee and squeeze it in there. And then tilt the body forward, coming into your balance point, and squeeze into that ball and hold it as tight as you can. So really make sure it's in a good position and keep squeezing that heel in and hold. Keep the extension in front of that right hip, and now we're going to pulse it. Last 8, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Good job. Let's bring the right leg in front now. Step the left leg back and push that heel down. Then lift it up. Push it down and lift. Last one. And then lift it up, lift the front heel, and let's come down to our crescent lunge and hold. Pull that belly in, keep the chest nice and tall. Let's pulse. That's 8. Keep those hips level. 8. Breathing. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten those legs. Drop the heels. Tilt the body forward. Arms out wide. Little baby circles. Keep pulling that belly in. Backwards. And release, grab that ball, bend that front knee, right knee, and bring that ball into the back of your left knee. Squeeze it in nice and tight there, really get that connection between the hamstring and the ball. Open the hinge of the hip so that you're squeezing that left glute. Find your balance and squeeze and hold. Hold it in there. Let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8 more. 7, 4, 3, 2, 8 more. Keep those hips level. 8 more. Last 8. And 1, and bring yourself up. Good job. Let's cross the right ankle over the left and sit yourself back. And lengthen up across the left over the right and sit it back. And then just put your ball to the side for a minute. And we're going to bring our feet together, glue those inner thighs together, pick up the heels, bend the knees, coming seated, seated, squatted into your chair position, and then open those knees. Lift the chest, and let's pulse. And 8. Keep those hips level, and 8. Last 8. Open, close, close, and open, nice and slow. Close, squeeze those inner thighs. Push the thighs out. Squeeze and push. Squeeze and push. 3 more. Squeeze. Lower the heels if you need to. Push. Squeeze. Push. Last squeeze. Push. Now squeeze it in and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push away from the floor. Lower those feet. Well done. We're going to come down onto the mat now with your squish ball. And we're going to start with the ball between the knees, squeezing into it. And let's just roll back behind those sit bones. Hold the hands so they float above the knees. Squeeze into that ball and let's hold it here. Reach the arms overhead and breathe. Keep squeezing that ball, keep pushing those big toes down. Shoulders are away from the ears. And lengthen up. Good job. Give your back a little bit of a rest. And squeezing that ball, let's drop it back again. And this time hands come behind the head. Elbows out wide to side. Let's twist to the right side and hold. Keep squeezing the ball. Come into center. Let's go to the left side now. Twist and hold. Keep squeezing that ball. Center. Reach your arms towards your knees and hold. Squeeze that ball. And bring it up. Good job. We're going to place that ball underneath our chest now, so right underneath the bra line. Bring your body back so the elbows, you'll know you're in the right position because your elbows will come directly underneath your shoulders, and your chest, when your chest is lifted, you'll be able to be in neutral and feel the ball there. It won't roll away, but you're not totally collapsing into it. So that's how you know you're in the right position. Then you're going to glue that belly nice and controlled in that neutral position and slide those hands away and reach them towards your fingers. And we're going to do little pulses, flexing up, flex. Keep breathing. Try and keep that pelvis in neutral. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just allow your chest to lift towards the ceiling a little bit, hands behind the head. And now we're going to keep that pelvis in neutral. You're going to come from this long line, flex it up. Keep that belly nice and flat. Bring it to your long line, nice and slow. Keep those ribs down. Bring it up. Long line, rib cage stays down. Don't let those ribs flare. Pull it up. Bring it down. And down. It's something gotten really muggy in here. Last 2. And this time, allow the ribs to pop up and just stretch all the way down. And then nod your chin, bring yourself up, grab that ball, and we're going to place it underneath the hips. So push your heels into the floor and bring that ball so it's under your sacrum. Again, it's in the right spot. If when you bring your arms down, you can just clasp your fingers together under the ball, okay? So underneath your body, and your shoulders roll down and back. If the ball's too high, you'll grab too much of your hands. So your fingers just want to meet sort of from the second knuckle towards the fingertips. But you don't want to be able to fully clasp your hands. Your hands are wrapped around the ball. Otherwise, it'll be on your lumbar spine, which isn't very safe for your spine. So let's pick up the right knee now to tabletop, and then the left. And just take a minute to find your balance and your awareness on the ball. And then we're going to open those knees out to a diamond. Flex your toes towards your face, so dorsiflexion, and squeeze those heels together. So we're in a nice diamond position here. You're going to squeeze those heels and extend the legs out to the long line. Point your toes, bring it back to the diamond. Push your heels together, flex your ankles, push your feet out. Point your toes, toes touch, open to your diamond. Heels connect, push it out. Point, diamond, heels, push. Point, diamond, heels, flex, and push. Now hold it there with your flex and push, and let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kick those feet up towards the sky. Bring the legs back to parallel, point the toes, and let's do scissors. Reach your right leg forward, your left leg back, and swap, and swap. And if that's a little bit too easy for you, you can flex up and look towards your pubic bone. And then bring both legs up towards the ceiling. Lower your head if it was up. And then lower your feet to about 40 degrees and hold them there. And let's open and close them. So little beats. Open and close. You need to squeeze your bum. Roll those shoulders back. Energy through the whole legs using your adductors. Open and close. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend the knees in. Pull your knees into your chest. Let go of the ball and just allow your spine to kind of hang off of that ball so you get this little bit of a myofascial stretch in that lower lumbar spine. And just breathe. And then keep your hands up towards the sky. Reach your toes towards the sky. Flex your toes towards your face. And reach your hands towards your feet. Now you're going to reach your right arm back as you extend your left leg down. So like our bird dog, you're reaching one and reaching another. So it's a dead bug. And back into center. And then the left arm, right leg. And back into center. Keep pulling the belly towards the floor to create that pressure on the ball. Last one. Bring it in. Find that connection. And then bend the elbows, bend the knees, and place the feet back on the floor. And then squeeze the glutes. Pull the body away from the ball and hold it up there. Onto that ball, take it out of the way, and roll your spine down on the floor. Roll over to the right side, allow the knees to drop to the side, and then push yourself up. Staying in this little bit of a mermaid position, you're just going to stretch your body forward and stretch that right hip up. And lengthen up. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Twist the body. Come into center. Little side bend over to the right side. And lengthen up the other side. Stretch it forward. Push away. Right hand to left knee, gentle twist. And center, and side bend over to the left. And that's it, you're done. I hope you enjoyed that. Really different isometric holds. They're hard, they make you shake. I personally was sweating a lot there and it wasn't any cardio at all. So it just shows you don't need to be bouncing around in order to get a good workout. Hope you enjoyed that.